3, 2, 1, bro.
This is the Rewind. We've matured over the decade. Now we're in 2018.
We are indeed.
This is the Rewind. Welcome to Board Game Rewind, where we're taking a look back at the last decade of gaming, going year by year, and sort of talking about all the different games that came out. It's been a crazy decade for
How many games do you
gaming.
think we talked about total after this one?
Dude, I've imported so many box covers. Hundreds.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's been a good.
So many games.
It's been a good decade.
It's not nearly all the games that came out.
Yeah, so we have top 10 games of the decade where we each chose a favorite game from each year of the decade. So now we're just going a little more in-depth each year. But let's go ahead and start with 2018, what we chose as our favorite games. Mine was what it was last year when we did our top 10 games in 2018. It's Castel. I love Castel. Castel's great.
So good, man. Making Human Pyramids. It was, at the time, my favorite from 2018. And then since then, I played Teotihuacan a lot.
Yeah,
and Teotihuacan, City of the Gods.
It's very good.
Castel's right there, though, with it. So those were our two favorite games that we did in our top 10 games of the decade, but there's so many more games to talk about from 2018. 2018 was a busy year.
It was a busy year.
Yeah, busy year.
We're going to kind of go through this one quickly because there's a lot of games to talk about. Brass Birmingham, which I think is in the top 10 at this point on BGG.
It's doing very well.
Which is great.
I love
Brass,
it. I really want to play it again.
It's fun. I like it a lot. I don't know if we ever need to own it, but it's fun.
But again, we have friends that do.
We do.
That's
It's great. Brass Birmingham, it's a re-implementation of Brass. There's Brass Birmingham and Lancashire. They don't need to be two separate games. You could have just had two boards in that box, but money.
Well, there's also the beer things in Birmingham. It's
Like I
not
said,
just maps. But
again, you can have
modules.
components. Yeah, you could all be in one box. But
talking about this right there.
But no, it's fun.
Came out by later games are Root, which is an asymmetrical kind of area control battle game that I hope that someday the digital version comes out. I'm very excited.
Oh, digital would be great.
That'd be so awesome.
Digital with AI would be great.
Cool art, and a good, tough game that's got some expansions now, so there's a lot more factions than there used to be. Very cool.
It's about to be 8 factions at this point. Wow. Architects of the West Kingdom. This was the first game in like the second series in the Occupation in the Direction games.
Yes.
So there's Raiders of the North Sea. There's like 3 in that series. Now there's
Shipwrights,
Architects of the West Kingdom. And now there's Paladins of the West Kingdom as well. But Architects was the first one, and really I love Architects. I still think I like it more than Paladins at this point.
Yeah,
Mike can disagree.
wrong answer, but that's all right.
But Architects of West Kingdom is a worker placement game, a worker investment game, really, where you can go to a spot, but there's no blocking.
TM.
You can go.
Came up with that term.
Yeah, you can go to the spot
Want my money.
over and over again. The more workers you have there, the better the spot gets. But then people can round up your workers and then just send them to prison for money.
loitering.
It's great.
Should be loitering. Everdell came out by Starling Games. The newly minted Starling Games
Great game.
dropped. They had a Kickstarter and stuff, and then it released Gen Con, and just a cool tableau building intro-ish worker placement game that's super duper pretty.
Yeah, it's great. It's a fun game. Now there's a couple expansions. Now there's even more on Kickstarter that just came out, and so it's got they're supporting the butt out of it. Underwater Cities came out this year. We've only played it once. Our friend Steve has it. Really liked it a lot.
Almost bought it so many times.
Yeah, I know, right? Really fun game. Big Vladimir Suchi game who makes like Last Will and Prodigal's Club and Shipyard, I think, is Vladimir Suchi. But nonetheless, big, heavy game, fun game. It was like Terraforming Mars, but underwater. You're kind of like, kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Big Banger coming up next.
Big Banger. It's as heavy as Underwater Cities. Quacks of Quedlinburg.
Just as heavy.
Wolfgang Warsh accepted my Facebook request.
Did he really?
Yes. I'm super excited because Quacks of Quedlinburg is all good.
Does he know who we are?
No,
Probably
not.
not.
That's fine. Quacks of Quedlinburg is a press your luck game where you're drawing out things out of a bag. You're drawing out different ingredients. You're making potions. You're just a crazy doctor person. And most of the things are going to have like little billies and things they give you. And certain things are make your cauldron explode if you're not careful. Yeah. And it's just fun and simple.
It is
silly
just
and fun and simple.
Fun, press your luck that just goes over well.
Fun.
So good. Talking about fun, all these games are fun. Decrypto came out this year. Decrypto is a great, weird team word game. It's
code, talking in
describe it
code
better than I can.
You're playing on two teams, and each team has 4 different words. And if I'm the clue giver this time, I have a card that I need you, my teammates, to say the right sequence of words.
Yes.
But they're only going to give the number. They're not giving the words themselves. So I'm going to give clues that are going to pertain to word number 2, word number 1, and word number 4 in that order. And so I'll say this, this, and this, and you're going to say, you look at your things, you say 2, 1, 4. Yep. Now the other team, meanwhile, is writing down the clues that I'm giving.
Yeah.
They know that these clues all pertain to 2, 1, and 4, but they do not know what the words are, and they're trying to put together, based on the various clues, like, what do I think 2 is? 2 is like cheese, rodent, Disneyland. I think it's a mouse, you know?
I think it's Ratatouille, specifically, you know, it's like,
and so it's
you're
just
trying to
this
get clues
interesting
that are
game.
vague,
The other
enough.
team is trying to intercept and basically guess the sequence before we can.
It's a weird game, but it's
so cool,
very
though.
fun. If you have it's a team game, so you need probably 6 people.
Yeah.
But man, is it
6
fun.
or 8 is like really great. Big.
Welcome
big
to, I feel like blew up, man. Welcome to is a big, massive. It's not a big game, a roll and write, but man, people love Welcome to. Great roll and write. Was formerly, I can say, my number 1 roll and
Up
write.
until very recently, my favorite roll and write.
It's not my favorite.
Then
roll
all
and
of a sudden, Welcome to Las Vegas is coming out. So who
I
knows?
know, I've heard that
what's
one's
gonna happen.
crazy. Yeah, gosh.
Anyway,
A garbage roll and write came out.
Gong So Clever, or That's So Clever. came
Also,
out.
Wolfgang Marsh.
Also, Wolfgang Morrison started that whole. Didn't start it, but that one blew up.
Yeah.
And it's all because of that app. That app is great. I played a lot of Gong So Clever.
It's good. Just One came out last year. This was a party game that Matthew Jude hates with every
just
ounce
snuck
of
in
his
right
being.
at the end of the year, I
It's a
think.
very good game where essentially it's a party game where it's a cooperative game. Everyone's together. Everyone has a little dry erase little thingy. And one person then closes their eyes. Everyone gets to look at a word, and then they all have to write a clue. The problem is
related to that word.
and then the word gets turned down, and then everyone reveals their clues to each other. The person still has their eyes closed. And if anyone wrote the same word, they have to erase theirs.
So there's 6 people giving clues, and 3 of them chose the same word. All of a sudden, there's only 3 clues out there.
Exactly. And then the person, once all the ones that are the same are erased and only unique ones are left, then the person opens their eyes, looks at the ones that are left, and has to try and guess what the word is. So you're trying to think outside the box.
I don't want to say the super common thing.
Yeah, exactly. But the problem is everyone thinks outside the box, and you end up, the common one doesn't get chosen, and it's very, very fun, despite what Matthew Jude says.
Yeah. Super cool. Another game that came out, following up on the hot heels of Azul, is Azul, the Stained Glass of Sintra that came out.
Good.
Which is another cool Azul. Cool Azul. And, we have it, and it's great.
It's a good one.
Very pretty and stuff, similar to Azul,
Yeah.
with some nice new little, slightly different ways that scores and stuff.
Yeah,
So
good game. A big Sandbox game in Western Legends came out. This is a
man.
big Western shoot 'em up, pew, 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 Wyatt Earps are going around, Big Sandbox game. There's a bunch of different stuff you can do. You can do any of it, all of its viable strategies, and you kind of just do whatever you want. You can be a lawman. You can be a bandit. You can do whatever you want. And
just
it's
go
very
gamble all
fun.
day if you want.
Yeah, we play one game of this a year at PAX Unplugged with our friend
very fun.
Howie, and that's it, and it's great every year.
super fun. A small little engine building by Praise Be for
Praise
Longer
be.
Harding is Gizmos.
Yeah.
Gizmos is just, you kind of can build up these really fun, awesome combos, and he uses these marbles kind of like post explosion.
It is combo-tastic
And you're
builder.
just, building up just crazy combos. It's
Yeah.
just fun and satisfying and short and sweet, and it's very
Very
Phil
fun,
Walker
though.
Harding level. Very good.
Yeah, very, very fun. Spas came out. Space by John DeClaire and AEG Games. This game is
Real stinking good.
so. I played it last night. I played it last night with David, and it's
Jealous.
freaking incredible. It's kind of like people compare it to Machikoro a lot. But you have a space base. You're putting cards, ships in your space base, and it's labeled 1 through 12. And whenever you get a new card that's for slot 8, that card then flips over and goes behind your space base. And on your turn, you're rolling out die, and you get to activate cards depending on what you roll.
Yep.
Then on other people's turn, they roll the die, and then depending on the values, you then get to activate cards that are behind your space
So you're always
base.
kind of doing something. It's super cool.
It's great. If you haven't played it, what do you do with
Get
your
the
life? Go
money
play.
from the cards to get more cards, to get more money and points and things.
It's
just
so good.
fantastic.
It's so freaking
Vindication came out, I think, right at the end of the
played it?
year. I played it. It's a game, kind of a worker placement game where you're building all these tiles and you're putting your workers in between them to activate the tiles around you, and you're trying to vindicate yourself. You're trying to dig your reputation out of the depths in a way. It's a really interesting game. I really want to play it again.
Yeah.
Very interesting game.
The new Pandemic Fall of Rome. This is like the least pandemic-y of all the pandemics.
It
We
is
played
very
it.
different.
It's very fun. It is very, very different. Very fun. Really want to try it again at some point.
Carpe Diem, another Feld came out that really suffered from its just
Garbage look.
listen, we're trying not to be as vain as we are. Sometimes looks matter, man, and Carpe Diem is ugly.
Ugly.
But I love it.
Yeah,
It's really good.
That's what annoys me is the game is legitimately incredible, and it is the
It's a
ugliest
good
game
game.
that's ever
It has some
existed.
Carcassonne fun stuff, but it's just
Yeah.
uggo. But give it a shot.
Dice Throne came out. This is a two-player
Dice Throne
Yahtzee
2 is a
style.
busy year.
A Yahtzee style game that is everyone gets a different character. Like you can be like the Huntress, or like there's like a robot kind of
They're
character,
very
a
kind
pirate,
of
and they're very kind of
thematic in their-
asymmetric.
they do their thing.
Head to head, very very fun. There's Dice Throne season 3 coming out now that makes it co-op.
Yep.
And we don't have Dice Throne, but it's really fun.
Cool. Railroad Inc. came out, another great roll and write that we've gotten
Another
a
great
lot of
roll-and-write.
mileage out
Yeah,
of.
really. If we never play that game again, that's fine because we played it a lot.
played it a lot.
The mine came out, Wolfgang Warsch.
That Warsh.
Game blew up. Fun game. It blew up to a kind of a crazy degree, but ultimately it's a fun, silly game.
Fun silly game that creates memories for sure.
Between Two Castles of Madkin Ludwig, which is a confusing game, but ultimately is like between two
Ludwig.
cities and Castle of Madkin Ludwig slammed together. It's better than both of them, so just play this one.
Boom. Crusaders came out. Thy Will Be Done or whatever.
yeah, we played that.
Crusader. I need to play it again.
It's a TMG game.
Yeah, it has like a little kind of a Mancala-y,
right.
little rondel thing for actions, and it was just interesting. I really want to play it again because by the end of the game, I was like, oh, now I want to go back. I could have done those turns a lot better, and now I've forgotten all that, so I want to play it again.
Yeah. Villainous came out. Villainous came out, and this was a big hit by Big Fred Roethlisberger. And it's just everyone is playing as Disney villains, which is super cool. It's got really cool like abstract pawns that are abstract versions of all the characters.
Super pretty
They're
game.
supporting the butt end out of it. My problem with Villainous is I want to play it specifically with 3. Because any more, and it just starts getting long. And you can play up to 6, and I'm just like, never will I play that game with 6.
Yeah, but at 3, it really sings, and it reminded me.
It's very fun. Very
Karen said
abstract.
in the new year she really wants to play some more Villainous, so let's go.
I have it in my phone. I'll bring it back. But no, it's really good. You're playing different villains. They're all very abstract. You're all trying to do different stuff. It's a very fun game.
Asymmetrical is what we're going for.
What did I say?
Abstract.
Oh,
the pawns are abstract. The characters are
asymmetrical is the
asymmetrical.
Grim
cool.
Forest came out.
Grim
This is
Forest.
a game that's ultimately pretty darn simple and
Ridiculously simple.
super well produced. To the point where
This
it's kind of nuts, and I love it.
It's bonkers to the it's just insane, and it's one of those things that it's really like you expect a much heavier game based on the look and the art and the cards and the components,
size of the box
and
and
it's
everything.
one of the lightest games I've ever played. Grim Forest, you are just trying to get resources to build your houses because you're the 3 little pigs.
Yeah.
And you have to build a straw, a wood, and a brick house, and you're trying to get resources by going to places. So you're sort of simultaneous selection. You're trying to go to a place to get resources that no one else goes to. So kind of like History-O in that way. History-O similarly overproduced in a great, beautiful way.
Yeah.
So Grim Forest is just gorgeous.
Ooh, Palm Island came out this year. This is
Yeah,
a game
dude.
it's I don't know, set collection kind of game. I guess, but it's all played in your
Resource
palms,
management.
in your hands.
Yeah, it's just a
Play in
deck
your
of
hands,
cards, 18 cards or something.
And
whatever it
it's
is.
cool because there's competitive versions, there's co-op versions, there's solo versions. They're all honestly fun. And you can also get the waterproof version, so you can play it in the hot tub, which
Get
we
that
have
version,
before.
and
And
it's rad.
someday we want to do a video where we play Palm Island underwater. We got to get like an underwater camera.
Yeah, it'd be super cool.
But nonetheless,
It'd be awesome.
it'd be awesome.
Same island with dinosaurs is Duelosaur Island, a
Two-player
two-player
version.
version of Dinosaur Island that has I Split You Choose, so it has a lot of the same thematics, but is a very different game.
It's a totally
experience.
different game. Yeah.
And
fast,
it's really
too.
cool, and I think maybe I like it best. I don't know.
I don't think I
gotta
like
decide.
it better, but it's nice because
It's
it
so
is
much
like
quicker. It's so much less setup.
I'm talking 30 minutes, max 45 minutes.
very
It's
fast.
very fast, which is nice. Blue Lagoon came out. This is a Reiner Knizia Blue Orange game that's gotten completely overlooked, and it's a great, ultimately abstract game, but very pretty because it's blue orange.
Pretty abstract.
But
yeah.
kind of got the Moana theme on top of it. But you're essentially coming into these Polynesian islands and then settling them, and then you score based off of a couple different things: resources you're gathering, how many of the islands you touched, and then you take all your stuff off. You have put down these little villages,
settlements,
and
yeah.
then you do the whole thing again. But this time you have to come out from your villages instead of coming in by the sea, and it's very cool. Easy, simple, but like is really fun. Really fun game, Blue Lagoon.
And once in a while when you're settling Polynesian islands, you find that you've landed on an island that has a deity that's very upset. And that's how you get Fireball Island, the Curse of Volcar.
Yeah.
Which is Restoration Games, is the big Kickstarter. Totally succeeded, and it's a game where you're flicking marbles around.
The way you said that made it sound like it really didn't. You're like, big game, totally succeeded. I was like,
a little bit.
It did.
I just got a little too cars. It was a huge hit. It was a total success. Everything was great. It was perfect. But it was a fun game where you are flicking marbles. And knocking over your opponents and stuff, and you're running around grabbing treasure, taking pictures. It's silly, it's fun. It kept the heart of Fireball Island, which is about like the dexterity element, beefed it up a little bit, added cards instead of rolling dice to move around, and it's just silly fun. Yeah, it's so fun to play. It's great. I love it. I love demoing it at cons. It's so fun.
It's very, very fun. Crown of Amara came out. This game we just got. One of our good friends got it for my birthday.
Yeah,
and it's just Euro dry.
It's not that dry, but it's just.
It's pretty dry.
But I'm saying,
where's the theme?
We're doing a disservice. It's a great game.
It's incredible. We like Carpe Diem. Like we can't. Everyone knows we love dry Euros. So, but it's a great game. Also very pretty, despite the fact that it's very dry.
It's a tough puzzle, that one.
And a tough kind of rondelle game where you're going around, and very, very tough, super fun, very tight with resources.
Yeah.
Crown of Amara is really incredible.
Really cool. Manara is a really fun game that we just played as well. A dexterity game where you're stacking. Huh? You're putting like pillars out and then stacking these.
Co-op dexterity.
It's a co-op dexterity game. And it's super tough. Really fun though. Manara was cool. I mean, it's like Rhino Hero on Super Crack.
Yeah, really. It's really
cool game.
Raccoon Tycoon.
Raccoon Tycoon.
This is a game that Matthew Jude wouldn't stop talking about, so we eventually got it. It's a little stock market game.
Yeah, it's
with
cool.
Really good art, and it's really fun.
It's really fun, incredibly simple. But yeah, you're boosting up the things to sell the things for money.
Yeah,
and then get railroads with them. Who knows why? Fleet, the dice game.
The Brant Sanderson special.
Brant Sanderson special, man. The game that he sold a lot of copies of that game.
They owe him some money.
He's got an associate link or something out there. Yeah. But it's a dice roll and write implementation of Fleet that is fantastic. Probably my favorite roll and write. Saturn Cartographers, I can't tell. But it's really good. So Fleet, the dice game is incredible. Do check it out. Spirits of the Wild, I just want to talk about. It's a 2-player game that I got at Target.
Yeah.
That's like really just very simple and solid and cute. And I was like, hey, good for Spirits of the Wild.
Yeah. Spirits of the Wild, great. The Reckoners came out. This is based off the book, The Reckoners.
Kind of a Yahtzee
big, giant Yahtzee game, super overproduced, but ultimately it's very, very fun. We played it, and then we played it early this year. Then later this year, I actually went and read The Reckoners because I was intrigued by the world.
Of these heroes
and I
villains.
freaking love those book series. It is one of my favorite books I read this year. It's so incredible. I'm trying to get this guy to read it. He refuses.
I'm a couple pages in. I'm on it.
He's like 3 pages in.
I get sleepy when I read.
Yeah, that's true. Don't read at night. That's why you shouldn't do. But fun game, better book.
Yeah,
but nonetheless, fun game.
Drop It came out, which is like this.
What is that?
It's like harkens back to Connect 4. You have like this little
I know
two
this game is.
like plexiglass sheets. Yeah, I play with Kiki. I'm a Riddle. And you're dropping these things in, and there's like you can't have the same shape touch each other or the same color touch each other, and you're trying to get stuff to just drop in and hopefully stay to build up high. It's just like really cool and fun, and it just feels kind of like Connect 4 in a great way. So it's like retro feeling, but also not old. It's just cool. It's just a fun game.
Awesome.
It's a fun little filler.
So those are our favorite games of the year. We're going to go through other big games that came out this year. We're going to go through it quick because we're already running pretty long. But nonetheless, a lot of games came out last year. Nemesis came out. This is
Alien.
Alien, I think One versus all, right? Yeah, I've heard it's very, very good. Rising Sun came out. It's the next one in like the Blood Rage Rising Sun, and now Ankh is coming out next. Rising Sun, one of our friends has it. We want to play it at least once. I don't think I'm going to like it, but I want to try it.
Chronicles of Crime and Detective came out, which are both kind of.
Right.
Chronicles of Crime like uses the phone. You kind of got to like look around, and Detective like you're going on the internet and like reading stuff and researching to kind of like you're like I got to crack this case.
Good year for interesting innovations like that.
Yeah. And I think Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective came out as well, so it was very like Let's get in and like let's deduce some
Make
stuff.
stuff happen.
Out.
Let's make stuff happen. Endeavor Age of Sail came out. I don't know much about this game. I just know people like it. It's a big game. Yeah.
Absolutely. Coinbra came out, which I really still
Really want to try. I want to try it just because I love the art, honestly. I really want to try Coinbra. Lord of Hellas came out. We've played this game, Lords of Hellas. It was okay. I liked it.
Big area control game, and there's like a few different ways you can win, which is cool.
Yeah.
You build these monuments and stuff, and there's just like these big, like weird, like Egyptian but mechs.
They're Greek, yeah.
Or Greek, yeah. It's just kind of wild.
Yeah, they're like Greek
game.
cyborg. It's kind of weird.
It's good. The
But nonetheless, very popular game. I liked it. It's good. Keyforge came out. This game blew the butt up, right?
Doors off it, man.
Richard Garfield, man, just printing money every day. Fantasy Flight, every deck is unique.
It's
It
magic,
just-
but not. You don't have
It
to
blew
magic
up
it.
so huge.
Yeah.
Gugong, did you play Gugong with us when
No,
we played it?
you did. I wanted to
played
play,
it.
but I remember you were saying it's kind of mean and stuff. And
It's
I'm
mean.
just-
I
I'm
like
curious.
it. I thought I was gonna like it more though. I did like it, but I
Okay.
thought I was gonna like it more.
Thunderstone Quest.
Wow. This is a giant. This is the re-implementation of Thunderstone Quest because it's an older
Yeah.
game, and they got a massive box. I think it's a deck builder. People freaking love Thunderstone Quest.
Yeah, man.
I never played it.
Newton came out, and I really wanted to play
That
it.
game was so red hot for Gen Con. I feel like in Gen Con only.
They did the FOMO thing where they had very limited amount of it, and so it was like the thing that people were trying to get every day, and then like it kind of no
haven't
one ever
heard
talked about. From
anything
what I
about it.
hear is it's all right.
Yeah.
So if you like Newton or something and would suggest it, can you put it in the comments below why you suggest it? And if you don't like it, can you put that in the comments below?
I want to
Because
try it. It seems like driving
I
your
think
own
like part of me is
garbage.
like
I love it.
because they created that FOMO
really did.
at Gen Con
People
and
were
it got me excited.
freaking out at Gen Con over it. Yeah. Arkham Horror 3rd Edition. They redid Arkham Horror again. 3rd Edition. It seems cool. It's like a modular board. Now, we like Arkham Horror. I think both of us like Eldritch better, right?
Yeah, but I'm curious about
But
this.
I'm curious about this one because I love that system, but it's too long, frankly.
Yeah.
And so, very cool, though.
Stuffed Fables came out,
Oh, yeah.
which is
It's
sort
like a
of
kind of a kid's campaign game.
yeah, which seemed really
Seemed really cool.
really kind of interesting. War Chest came out, which I don't really know much about. I just
the
remember
worst
thinking
boxes
like
in
it
the game.
looks horrible, like
Yeah,
the
I've
ugly
heard good things.
but it's
One
supposed to
of
be
the
good.
ugliest
So I don't
boxes I've
know.
ever seen in my life. But I've heard it's pretty good. Blackout Hong Kong. I said Blackout Murder in Hong Kong. Blackout Hong Kong's Alexander Pfister game. I don't know
I was
much
so
about
intrigued by,
Yeah.
and then like I've heard a lot of people go,
it. Yeah.
which I'm like,
I've heard a couple of people who
bummed.
loved it though, so
Yeah,
I want to try it.
I want to know.
Yeah. Reef came out. This again was in the kind of the pretty abstract game, also by Plan B, I think.
Zoolish, just
Yeah,
in,
and
in that
it's
it's pretty and stuff, but all
Fine,
it
but I
didn't play the same
think
way.
it got everyone. The fervor was huge because like, oh, another pretty abstract game, and then I feel like people just didn't like it as much as everything else. We've played it once a
Yeah,
long time
it was
ago, but it
cool,
was
but-
fun.
yeah.
Aussie Australia.
Australia.
It's right there. We won it in a contest, in a raffle. Haven't had a chance to play it yet. Really want to because I heard it's really good.
Cthulhu in Australia, and there's trains, and I don't know what's
Seems
going
weird.
on.
Like
seems
it. I'm excited.
There's a lot.
New Frontiers. This is the new Race of the Galaxy game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I went over to Paula Deming. Ever heard of her? I went over to her house for New
Things
Year's.
get dicey.
And they had just gotten it and were playing it. So
cool.
I was kind of trying to suss out. I
played
got
it.
there like it.
It's
Oh, you
fun.
played it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's fun.
Yeah,
really
it seemed cool.
It's
Seemed
like
cool.
no, it's like if I'm thinking about it, it's like Puerto Rico. Or like San Juan, I believe, where there's like a follow thing, and maybe that's also
There's a lot of following, yeah.
in Race for Galaxy or something. So like, yeah, but it's like in space this time, and
It was cool. It seemed cool.
we're muddling up what it is, but it's a cool game. Play it.
It seemed cool.
It's kind of like Puerto Rico or San Juan in space.
Yeah, Treasure Island came out. Mad Go game with Vince
wanna
Trade
try it,
art.
man.
That is like one person is like it's a big dry erase board, and you're like circling where the
So, like,
treasure
Long John's
is.
or Blackbeard, and you're hiding treasure.
Weird.
And then people are asking questions. They have different ways they can like ask that will give them more specific information. So you are trying to like give the information in a true way, but not a specific enough way that they immediately get where you're talking about.
yeah.
And so there's like stuff with a dry erase thing. You're making like the compass thing, and you're doing like a line.
Seems
and
cool.
It's just like I want to play it one time just to play with the stuff.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway.
I don't know. Treasure Island CO2 Second Chance is another Vita Lacerda game. I've
you
actually
played it.
this
You
one.
played the co-op mode.
I played the co-op one. It's a game where you're trying to save this world essentially from global warming and stuff, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I really want to play it again. It's cool because it's got like co-op competitive modes. I think I'd always want to play it co-op because it's Vita Lacerda, so it's giant, crunchy, super heavy strategy.
Yeah.
And I think I'd always want to play it co-op because then at least we can heavy strategize together. I did like it though. I want to try it again.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I liked it because I've only ever played it once.
Hardback came out, which I've always wanted to play. It's sort of a sequel-ish to paperback.
Yeah.
I don't know how or what, but like I really want to try because we like paperback quite a lot.
Yeah, Rise of Tribes is a game that by Breaking Games, I believe, and we don't know much about you. Oh, you really wanted to try it for a while.
Yeah, because there's like little meeples and they're like little.
I want to try good things.
These are like cool looking on the thing, and I don't know what you do, but I just really want it.
Yeah,
but I don't know why. I don't even know if it's good. That's
no
one of those
idea,
weird games.
right?
I'm like, I want you.
Form Trajanum came out. This is like Trajan. This is Stefan Feld, Trajan sequel. I don't know if they're even
I just
similar.
think it's like in a similar world. I don't think there's like necessarily a lot of
just
overlap.
dry Euro garbage, and I really want to try it because I love that crap.
What are you gonna do? Board and Dice made Dice Settlers.
Dice Settlers, which Mikhailo Dmitrievsky art, who did the art for like Paladins of West Kingdom, Architects of West Kingdom, all that kind of stuff.
All them things.
Haven't tried, don't know much about it, but it's pretty. And it's Board and Dice. They have a good reputation.
It's like one of those things that like I want to give it a go at some point because it's probably good.
Yeah, it's probably
based
fine.
on the company.
It's probably fine. So those are the games 2018 that were kind of big and you know we decided to talk about, but nonetheless that is nowhere near all of them. What games from last year do you like the most? Put it down. It's not last year because it's 2020 now. A couple years ago. Yeah, whatever. 2018. What are your favorite games? Put it down in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up.
Give this video a thumbs up and smash that subscribe button if you
But
don't mind.
nonetheless,
let us know what we missed as well because there are more games. Than
And
what we
this
talked
is
about.
it. This is the end. We'll be coming out with our top 10 games of 2019. We're doing a proper top 10. We'll each have our own top 10 from 2019.
Yep.
That will be coming out a little
wrap
later
out the
this
decade
week.
for good.
But thank you for being here for this Board Game Rewind. We wanted to do this because there was just so... You see all the games just from this year, like so many games came out in the last decade.
Crazy.
We had to at least be like, Forge Journey came out, Dice Settlers came out, this came out, Keyflow came out. This is a great game.
Keyflow.
This is a great game.
It's been in front of us the whole time.
This is a
Keyflow
great
came
game.
out. Go
Came
play
out last
Keyflow.
year. It's great.
Dang, I
it's like
forgot about
Keyflower, but better. And so much stuff came out. It's just been an incredible decade.
Go play them.
Go play them all. Play every single game we talked about 3 times at least.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, that's going to be it for us. I think that's it. Let's go ahead and get out of here, Mikey. This video's
We
long.
will see you in the top 10 games of 2019. Thank you for joining us for the rewind. We'll put all those games in the comments below, and we'll see you for the next decade, next time we do this in 10 years.
Boom.
Bye.